Hey kids, sorry for the lack of uploads lately. Technical troubles is what it is. So this is Runick Fabled. The goal is to summon Fabled andwraith frequently and often, and then from there use its effect every turn, including your opponents, using cards like Fabled Treason, to draw into a bunch of runic spells and win the game by using just an endless source of interaction that Runick represents, as well as using Treason to control the board and just kind of win through the grind game. Also, really cute synergy, Runick Dispelling can trigger andwraith's second effect to summon the monster that your opponent discards, which is really awesome. Let's get into the games. For our first game, we'll be going up against three-time video game champion Lorenzo on Karibos. I don't go out of my way to find these people, I swear. They're going to allure, banishing Babylon, and then activate the flute summoning Karibo, and then multiply to summon 5 Karambals to their side of the field. Then they're going to lake 2 off for Mask, and then go into a Spider and Karibo, set the Imperm, and pass turn. We're going to start things off by activating Fountain. Misplay on my part. I'm going to Flashing Fire the IP. I should have done this blind, but I took so much psychic damage over the course of the first turn that I just completely forgot how to think. By the way, I'd like to point out, correct Karibo art. Good job. Anyway, we're going to Flashing Fire the IP. They're going to chain IP. We're going to chain Freezing Curses to negate the IP, and then chain Tips. That way, on resolution, we can draw 3. We're going to grab Destruction, banish a bunch of cards, and then try to draw 3, but they'll Ash. So we're just going to pass. By the way, I love this card. I love Barrow Karibo so much. Classic Karibo is better, but Barrow Karibo is great. Anyway, during their draw phase, we're going to Destruction to pop the Imperm and draw 3. This time they don't have Ash, so that'll go through. They're going to go into Nightmare Phoenix to pop the Fountain, and then they're going to summon back Karibo, go into Nightmare Unicorn, and climb up to an Avermax through Kariborn. They're going to hit for 3,000 and pass turn. Now, Avermax is a problem. This deck really struggles with cards that can't be targeted, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal, thanks to this Grimrow. We're going to Destruction to summon Jerry, which will add back Fountain, and we're going to go ahead and draw 2 cards. Then we're going to normal a Bonk and pitch Grimrow for Marcosia, then go into andwraith. They can't pitch, so we're going to draw 2 and discard Marcosia, which will search Treason. Then they're going to summon a Bonk, and then Cross is going to summon back Grimrow, which lets us go into Charge Warrior, drawing 1. They will activate another Fountain and Freezing Curses to summon a Jerry. That's going to let us add back Fountain to hand, and we'll draw 1 card. We're going to go into a Chaos Angel with both effects, set 2 copies of Treason so we don't discard to hand size, and pass. They're going to draw a Link Slayer, try to punch over Star's Charge Warrior, but Chaos Angel protects. We're going to activate Tip, and they're going to quit out. Next up, we'll be going first against Goatee, which is not ideal due to the Runick banishing, allowing them to accidentally get turn 0 setup. We're going to start off with Stairway, milling on a Bonk, and then we're going to Destruction to summon Hugin, discarding the second Destruction to grab Fountain. Then we're going to activate Fountain, and then Slumber to protect the Hugin, banishing 3 and accidentally hitting a Shift. We're going to draw 3 cards and hit a Cerberus, which is really nice. We're going to rewarn a Bonk and then go for Cerberus. We're going to pitch Grimrow for Marcosia and then go to andwraith. They're going to pitch Sep, but we get to summon that to our field, so I'm pretty happy. We'll go into Ass and then climb through Cerberus up to Barone and then summon with Flashing Fire another Hugin, discarding Marcosia to grab the second Fountain. Marcosia is going to grab Treason. We'll reactivate Fountain, set 1, pop the Hugin with Barone, and then use Freezing Curses to summon Jerry. That's going to let us draw 2 and add Fountain back to our hand. So now we're just going to go ahead and pass with this Freezing Curses in hand. They're going to get a Shift during the standby phase, and they're going to normal Paces and activate the effect. I'm going to Ash that to cut them on non-tunas. Then they're going to pitch a Shifter for Supe, and we're going to Treason away the Duskwalker, triggering andwraith and Catsith to draw 2 and discard 1, as well as pop the Supe. During the end phase, we're going to go ahead and negate the Shift so we can get that draw 2, and then Destruction the evenly matched, and our opponent will concede. Next up, we'll be going first against Morganite Traptrix. Playing Krikara is interesting. I don't think this activates, though. No, it doesn't. Neat. We're going to Flashing Fire to summon Hugin, discarding Cerberus to search for a fountain, and then that's going to trigger Cerberus to summon itself. Then we're going to Grimrow for an Abonk, and then go into Unicorn, normally Abonk, and go for andwraith. They're going to let it through, so we're going to draw 2 and pitch a Marcosia, which gets us to another Treason. Then we're going to Fountain and Smiting Storm to summon Jerry. That's going to let us draw 2 cards. We're going to Abonk, pitching Cerberus to summon itself, and then Cerberus summons itself. We'll go up through Ass Dragon into Baron de Fleur, and then go to Charge Warrior, drawing 1 additional card. We'll set Treason and pass turn. They're going to start off with a Lure, and I really wanted to Baron that, but I couldn't. They are going to go ahead and walk into a Dispelling, which banishes 2, and then they're going to Dark Ruler. We're going to activate Tip to search for a card and banish 1. Then they're going to Morganite and normal Pudica. We're going to negate that to keep them off the 3rd normal summon. And now we're going to go ahead and draw our 3. They're going to normal Dionea and activate the effect. That will resolve, but we can Treason using this Cat's in hand to pop both Dioneas. Andwraith is going to then draw us a card, functionally just the 1 after the discard. They'll Kurikara, go to the battle phase. We will protect with Slumber, preventing this Kurikara from attacking. And in main 2, they're going to summon Sarah and pass. They're going to andwraith, but we'll pitch this Slumber to protect, to negate that. In the main phase, we're going to Baron to pop the Kurikara, and then we're going to go ahead and Smiting Storm for Jerry, drawing 3 cards. We'll Flashing Fire the andwraith to get it back into our rotations. That way, if Treason can reborn it, then we'll Marcosia away a Crus, which lets us go into an andwraith by reborning Cyril. We'll go for a Chaos Angel, banish the Sarah, set Treason, and pass turn. They're going to draw 2, normal Acticampa, and Conceit. All in all, this deck is cool, but not particularly good. Ultimately, relying on the Runicks to mill to actually win games is not a very good way to do it. And if you're just looking to draw a boatload of cards and get a pop, Runick Fur Hire is a much better way to play the deck. But I really enjoy Fabled, and the fun little synergy between andwraith and Dispelling is adorable, even if you didn't get to see it in the video. Dispelling can trigger andwraith's 2nd effect against your opponent's will. It's really cool, and when it comes up, it's just, oh, chef's kiss. Alright, see ya.